Yeah, the move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
With sheep, it will become a sheep.
Anthony Joshua is working out with Mike Tyson ahead of his bout with Jake Paul. Joshua has been learning classic training methods from Tyson's former coaches to sharpen his abilities, and he's now concentrating on tactics, quickness, and strength. The training sessions highlight strategic preparation and physical readiness, working to guarantee Joshua enters the ring completely ready and performing at peak level for the challenge ahead.
He's been doing it in the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his hard punches and bringing it to the head.
Anthony Joshua shared how Mike Tyson influenced him, particularly through his strength and dedication. AJ now follows certain neck and shoulder workouts based on Tyson's approach. He mentions these exercises boost power, balance, and punch effectiveness, demonstrating how learning from boxing greats can directly influence his personal training methods.
Another neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson. A lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you want to strengthen up your neck area.
Mike Tyson gave advice to Anthony Joshua, calling him an outstanding boxer. He stressed that fighting regularly is essential for getting better, explaining that staying busy in competition helps refine abilities, develop confidence, and keep performance levels high.
Would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost. You may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
Anthony Joshua is working hard at training camp, taking inspiration from Mike Tyson's approach. He performs targeted neck movements and power exercises to develop toughness and force, concentrating on complete fitness, quickness, and form. The sessions aim to boost his striking power, movement, and stamina. This demonstrates how AJ stays dedicated to improving his abilities and winning fights.
Oh, my physio is looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fucking look. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, mate. I know I started this shit.
Yeah. Mate, just trying to set up the physio table to the platform.
Anything?
Get back up. Yeah.
Easy, but...
Eat.
Showdown sent me a lovely picture of me with a donkey and microphone interviewing Anthony.
Eddie Hearn has stated firmly that he thinks Anthony Joshua would beat Jake Paul if they fought. Hearn explains that even though Jake Paul isn't viewed as an elite boxer or major figure in professional boxing, nobody should think Joshua's win would come easily. Hearn mentions that Joshua has beaten tough competitors before, including Francis Ngannou, who is a top-level athlete himself. This example matters because it shows Joshua's victories come from his talent, training, and focus instead of just facing weak or amateur fighters. Hearn stresses that Joshua works extremely hard and possesses a mix of strength, skill, and planning that helps him beat fighters at all levels.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight, what do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitate's a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him, and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world, make the fight.
Nigel Benn voices worries about how entertainment-focused matches impact serious boxing. He thinks that when famous personalities or internet stars step into the ring, it causes a problem where real boxers who commit their careers to training and competing at elite levels don't get their deserved financial compensation. Ben notes that earnings for genuine competitive fighters are typically small compared to the enormous amounts paid in crossover events that attract public buzz and online attention. Such spectacle matches bring massive viewership and corporate backing, which result in very big paychecks for people who might lack comparable experience or ability. Ben contends that this pattern might damage the sport by devaluing the work of professional fighters who have invested years perfecting their abilities.
Bit of rumours around today, Anthony Joshua and
Jake.
No.
I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being a former world champion should be fighting like, someone in the top 5, top 10. So I really got much time to talk about that. Not interested really.
Bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there. Joe's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and it's just another level really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around. Joe's the man.
Oladipo examines the money aspect of the Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul match. From his viewpoint, it would be foolish for Joshua to turn down such a profitable chance since the income could reach $100 million. For someone with Joshua's reputation and background, the threat from Jake Paul is tiny compared to the payout, creating a very safe, profitable situation. Oladipo points out that this type of massive payday is uncommon in boxing, even for championship-level fighters, and seizing it makes business sense. He believes Joshua stands at a point where he can earn major money while facing minimal danger considering Paul's limited background as a serious boxer.
Right, if someone knocks on your door and says, "Do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million?" you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Why are you going to turn down 100 million? AJ should and could knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area Cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. This is a no contest from the beginning.
Many boxing supporters openly criticize the concept of Anthony Joshua facing Jake Paul. Numerous fans believe this pairing shows the greatest disrespect to professional boxing since it matches an established heavyweight title holder against an internet celebrity who hasn't proven himself in real boxing competition. Supporters fear that Joshua's choice to take the fight with Paul could stop him from arranging a match with Tyson Fury, a more credible and difficult heavyweight rival. For those opposed, the fight seems to value money over the sport's competitive value and traditional importance. Online platforms and discussion boards contain extensive conversations expressing disappointment with the mismatch, and supporters frequently wonder if Joshua's reputation might suffer by taking part in this event.
Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, and that's what he is, YouTuber Jake Paul. Would you watch it? Simon, before we take some calls, with this seemingly in the pipeline, can we safely say goodbye to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
Well, I think it's done anyway, judging by the mood music that seems to be coming out from various camps. If you listen to Tyson Fury, he seems to be, despite the fact we've danced this dance before and walked this walk before, he seems to be talking in a very different way. There's no hyperbole. I'm done. This is a younger man's game. I've done my bit. I'm at peace with where I am in life. I don't need boxing anymore. But not in the flash for cash way that Tyson often does it. In a more earnest way is my understanding of his sort of thought processes. So with that in mind, it almost feels that that's off the table anyway. Who knows? The draw of the enormous amounts of money that this one fight can generate. This is the one fight that can really get everybody paid. I mean, the two protagonists. Whatever Usyk takes, tragically for him, he wouldn't even get anywhere near as much money as potentially being offered for the Fury-Joshua fight.
What would earn AJ more of a pay packet? Fighting Fury or fighting Jake Paul?
Well, I would think tragically fighting Jake Paul.
God, what is that?
Because the revenues, because it's a Gen Z TikTok generation that wants to watch sport in a certain way.
Yeah,
and that's nothing critical of them. It's just the way that it is. And that's the circumstances of social media and the platforms that people like Jake Paul are able to cross over. It's not a case of people in the mainstream should be dinosaurs. The digital world and those opportunities and those platforms are marvelous places. And you know, you heard me talking about Mark Goldbridge the other day and the commercial deal that he did with the Bundesliga. And we can be sniffy about their level of content, or we can accept that there's a place for everybody. It's interesting that still the digital world and that sort of space, which is the YouTube platform.
Experts have noted that Jake Paul's decision to challenge Anthony Joshua represents a major increase in difficulty from his earlier matches. Different from the aging or former fighters he has battled before, Joshua is a current high-caliber professional with experience against elite-level competition. This change requires Paul to modify his preparation, tactics, and approach, since he cannot depend on facing someone beyond their peak years or lacking serious fighting experience. Experts mention that although Paul stays the predicted loser, the fight evaluates his skills more accurately, giving him a chance to prove development and progress.
Maybe even bigger than the Mike Tyson fight. It's hard to say really. Tyson was a big name, but it's going to do numbers regardless, because Joshua is a big name and then people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Right now, Eddie Hearn talks about Jake Paul taking this Joshua fight.
I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signs to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, you know. So it would be huge, but nothing to tell you it's close, just a few conversations so far.
Damn right, if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's got some major balls on him. And I know people hate influencer boxing, but come on, he's not fighting an old, retired, past the prime MMA fighter. No, he's fighting a legit boxer who's massive, 6'5", 6'6", jacked, 240, 250 pounds, shredded, power puncher. Do we need to remind ourselves of what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou was coming off a pretty good performance over Tyson Fury. He didn't get the win in that fight, but you could argue that he did actually win that fight. And Ngannou, throughout his entire MMA career, in 4-ounce gloves, very rarely got hit. He could take a punch. He's got a big, fat African head. Big, thick neck, traps, back. He just can't really be hit. And look what Joshua did to Ngannou.
That wraps up today's video. Keep watching. See you next time.